So we've been looking at building a series of microgrids for a number of years, and our thinking behind that is resiliency is such a critical piece of the puzzle as we move forward, and that is the ability to keep the grid running, keep critical functions running in our city in the event of a weather event or some sort of security event. We think it's very important. And so we actually worked in conjunction with the Department of Homeland Security. We looked over our entire system and looked at it from a reliability standpoint and made determinations about where we thought the microgrids should be located based on that data. So we chose a water pumping station, we chose a hospital complex, we chose a first responder sort of campus, and a transportation hub or an airport. Again, the idea being that if we ever found ourselves in a crisis situation, we would have critical functions that would be able to run in the region. And so we're looking to build that. We think that it's the right role for the utility to be in this kind of a microgrid infrastructure build. If it was microgrids for commercial entities, that might not be the role for the utility, but something like this, which is very much a public function, we think it's appropriate to socialize. We are not aware of anything like this around the country in terms of the scale and the scope of this microgrid series. We've been working on a piece of legislation that makes the shift from the smart grid to the clean grid. And we started the smart grid work about 5 years ago, and we've been putting in digital technology ever since. So we've got a piece of legislation that we've designed that makes the next shift to clean. And part of that is, or one big element is how we approach low and moderate income consumers. And we think that there's a need for some structural approaches there. And so we've got assistance programs as you find in many places. We've got low-income community solar projects that would be funded, and we've got a very, very large energy efficiency program. It's about $650 million over 10 to 11 years. We don't think that there's anything like it out there. We think it's probably the largest program in the U.S., and what we're hoping to do is really to get into homes, to make long-lasting change that will have an impact on customers' bills over the long haul.